I think that there's way too many tutorials out there or way too many approaches like Coursera courses or whatever that just jump into, hey, let's program a neural network. And, they get all excited about it and they talk about the frameworks and all that. But what I want to do is I just kind of want to just take a step back and I want to give us all a meta view into what neural networks are. So as you guys know, I love the participation. So I'm going to be relying on you guys to give me some answers and feedback here. But I expect that we're going to do very, very little coding today. I kind of just want to talk about neural networks at a high level because I don't think enough people take the time to do that. And I want to do this for two reasons. Well, three, right? Not enough courses do that. But two, I don't think you can really work with neural networks effectively long term unless you take the time to understand them, right? And three, I just think it makes them less intimidating, right? Like, let's take our first poll right now in the chat. I'm going to ask you guys to be honest, all right? Give me a 1 when you hear about working with neural networks. Give me a 1 if you feel intimidated by it, or give me a 0 if you're not intimidated by it. I'm not going to call on anybody, right? But like, aren't neural networks kind of intimidating, right? Like if you're just starting out, if you're just kind of, like working your way through data science, like it's kind of intimidating to talk about neural networks, right? It sounds scary, right? Okay, so I'm already seeing some votes, right? Give me a 1 if you find neural networks intimidating, or give me a 0 if you're not intimidated by neural networks, right? I'm already seeing some 1s, which I totally get, right? Like I'm admitting to you guys that when I was learning, I thought like learning about neural networks was like learning like a whole other thing, right? So I want us to take the time to think about these things, because by doing that, I think we're going to try to take some of that intimidation factor out of it, right? And also, you guys know how big I am about being able to talk to people like the non-math guy, right? And how can you talk to a business stakeholder in a way that they can understand neural networks if you yourself don't understand it in that way, right? Like, you won't be able to do that, right? If your first class on neural networks is, hey, let's talk about PyTorch, and this is what a PyTorch, neural network snippet looks like that doesn't make you an effective talker to business stakeholders, right? So Vidor says sometimes seems like an otherworld thing. Yeah, absolutely. So, okay, guys, so I'm seeing basically a lot of 1s in the chat, right? So, okay, so let's agree that they're intimidating. I totally get that. So let's just talk. Let's just take a step back and we're just going to talk like human beings, right? No math, no crazy nonsense, right? We're not going to, be focused on PyTorch or Keras or anything else. Let's just talk. All right? So, what's a neural network? Give me your answers in the chat. What's a neural network? Let's just start there. Right? Super intimidating word. But what is it? A business, you're sitting in a meeting, you're presenting your solution, and one of the business stakeholders says, okay, yeah, you're telling us this great solution, but I don't know what a neural network is. What is that? What are you going to answer?